of light and truth, the power of darkness and light.
Once upon a time, a prince was lost in a forest.
The woods were quiet, and Prince Tamino was walking in the path. The Queen of the Night saw him down below, and he wanted to test to see if he was brave. So the Queen of the Night made a monster, attacked Prince Tamino. Prince Tamino and the monster fought through the whole night. Prince Tamino was about to win the battle, but then he fell unconscious.
When the prince woke up, he saw Papageno the birdcatcher. Papageno was singing a song. Once Papageno finished with the song, the prince went up and asked Papageno who saved him from the Hydra. Papageno said it was him, but that wasn't true. The three ladies of the Queen of the Night came and told the prince that Papageno was lying. Then they turned Papageno's mouth into a lock.
3 ladies tell the Queen of the Night that they saved Tamino.
After the queen comes down, the queen said, I am the Queen of the Night, and I have a small favor to ask you. Will you be so kind to go to Sarastro's castle? He is a really evil magician, and get my daughter back. Her name is Princess Pamina. Evil magician Sarastro took her away. I had barely enough strength, so I couldn't get her back. Right now, will you please go and get her?
Tamino promises that he will save Princess Pamina.
Prince Tamino fell in love right away with the portrait and said, Yes, my queen, I will go and save Princess Pamina. The queen said, Thank you. Here is a treasure of mine.
The Queen of the Night gave the prince a flute.
If you play it, it will protect you from anything.
And the 3 ladies gave Birdcatcher a belt. Then they went off to find her. So Pamina in her jail cell was trying to get free. So she finally got out and said, Phew, I've got a time to get out of this through 2 tiny doors. And she said, Wow, what a place. But soon Monostatos came and dragged her out of that place. And he said, You are in my hands now. And so he took her into the jail cell, threw her onto her bed, and said, Never go escape from this marvelous castle, Mrs.
So Papageno and Tomato was so close to the castle, and Papageno was so scared that he couldn't walk anymore. And he's like, Oh no, Tomato, I can't walk anymore. I'm so scared. And Tomato said, It's okay. The magic flute will help us. And the tomato started playing the magic flute. All the monsters. He keep playing until the castle gate opens. The magic flute saved them again and held them once more.
Monostatos brings in Tamino. The two lovers meet and embrace for the first time, causing outrage among Sarastor's followers. Monostatos calls Sarastor that he caught Papageno and Tamina trying to escape, and demands a review. However, Sarastor punishes Monostatos for his rude behavior towards Pamina and sent him away. He declares that Tamino must undergo a test of wisdom in order to become Pamina's husband. The priest declares that virtue and righteousness will sanctify life and make mortals like gods.
So when Tamino gets caught by Monostatos, and Monostatos goes into the room where Pamina and Sarastro are talking, when Monostatos tells Sarastro that, Pamina looks back and sees Tamino, and they ran together and hugged. But then Monostatos came and pushed them apart and said to Sarastro, I caught Pamina, so I shall marry her. But then Tamino came and said, but I love her and she loves me, so I shall marry her. And since Sarastro was Pamina's real father, he let Tamino marry Pamina because Pamina loved Tamino.
The Queen of the Night was so furious that her head was gonna blow off. But then in walked Monostatos into her castle. Monostatos came and said, please, Queen of the Night, I want to marry your daughter. The Queen of the Night was surprised, but the Queen of the Night said, let's make a deal. If you want my daughter, then you will have to destroy Sarastro's castle. And then my daughter will be all yours. So Monostatos and Queen of the Night made a deal.
Sarastro tells the prince that he needs to put his love for Pamina to the test, with trials, water and fire. You know, love isn't just a word, it's also an act.
Sarastro gave Tamino a test to compete the fire and water.
When they were at the start of the first trial, there was fire everywhere and some dead trees. They just played the flute and they got a water bottle, but it wasn't really enough water. So they tried it again and got an empty pail. Still didn't work, so they played it again and got a 5-gallon. Used that to put out half of it. They got another 5-gallon jug and put out the rest of the fire.
When they were in the middle of the ocean, they played the flute and got a magnet that pushes away water. So they held the magnet the entire way until they reached a small island.
So on the last test for Tamino and Pamina, it's not magic. It's when Tamino has to stay very quiet. When Pamina calls him, Tamino had to stay really quiet. So Pamina was calling him. She ran away into the forest and started crying.
So Pamina is crying in the forest because the prince was not talking to her. She was so sad and desperate, she just stayed in the forest. Then Queen of the Night, her mother, came. Princess Pamina was so excited to see her mother. She said, Mother, Mother, I'm so glad you came. They hugged, but then the Queen of the Night stopped and said, Where is Sarastro? And then Princess Pamina said, Well, he's in his castle? And then the Queen of the Night said, Here, I will give you this dagger, and you have to kill Sarastro. If you don't kill Sarastro, then you will no longer be my daughter. Princess Pamina says, But Mother, how could I do that? I'm just a little kid. The Queen of the Night said, Well, you have to, because if you don't, you will be an orphan forever. No one will ever help you again. I will never be your mother again if you do not kill Sarastro." Then the Queen of the Night went away, leaving Pamina alone, more desperate.
And so the Queen of the Night and her 3 ladies of the night and Monostratos flew off to Sarastro's castle in the southeast. So they flew and flew, but halfway there, the sun was shining onto them, and soon the wind blew harder and harder and harder until they were like a large current, and it swept them away. One to the left, some to the right. They were in a huge group, but suddenly they were slashing down to the bottom.
Papageno was stuck, and the old lady come. Then the old lady said, "You have to stay with me forever. If you don't, then you'll stay here until the day you die." Papageno said, okay, I will stay with you." Then the old lady turned super pretty, and her name was Papagena. Then Papageno was very happy. Someone dragged her away. Papagena came back, and Papageno said, "Will you marry me?" Papageno said, "Of course I'll marry you."
They lived happily after.